The Office of Special Education here at the New Mexico Public Education Department is brand new. The office was established by our governor, Michelle Lujan Grisham, through an executive order in 2023. I came to be as the first director of the new Office of Special Education, coming in under that executive order with the priorities such as ensuring that there was cross-agency collaboration, also ensuring that we created a space for parents to be able to learn advocacy and legal rights. Also bridging the gaps between leaders in school districts and also teachers in school districts, ensuring that professional development needs were met across the state of New Mexico.
There are 4 pillars that we've established since the new creation of the Office of Special Education. One of them being data-driven decisions for equitable opportunities. Another one is creating a culturally and linguistically responsive ecosystem or education system, but also providing profile pathways and instructions, and finally, professional development. And so I know that since I've been here since January and partnering with Dr. Cage, one of the objectives, though, is to really get out throughout the state of New Mexico and letting our partners know, and our partners, our educators, our students, our superintendents, our legislative, to know who we are, what we do, and what we're doing to revitalize the special education system and really bring about a matter of transformation.
So Parent University was derived from a vision of mine that I had when I first came here and started researching and digging into the data of the state. There was definitely a cry out for more information of how to support parents and families across the state to be able to navigate the special education spectrum with all of the changes and the IEP meetings and the advocacy points.
The format of Parent University goes between a large group as well as breakout sessions. So for the large group, we had 2 panel discussions where we brought in national speakers to really highlight best practices and offer advice to parents on how they can build a collaborative network to advocate for their students, as well as just down on the ground advice of, talk to your teachers, talk to your special education director. Here's questions to ask. Here's how to approach those conversations. Here's community organizations that can help prepare you for your IEPs. Because we know IEPs, they are a big meeting, and they have a lot of information that if you are not from that background, you may not always understand what they're asking, but we want parents to feel educated. We want them to know their rights. We want them to know how to support their students. And so this is what these learning opportunities are for, is to help parents with those skills and to give them that knowledge and to give them that power back, because parents have so much power. And we want them to know how to advocate for themselves and for their students.
Our son just started in public education, and he is a special needs child, so we wanted to make sure that we could best advocate for him in the system. We did our first IEP 2 months ago, and we had no idea what we were getting into, what legalities there were, what legal rights we had as parents, and how to fight for what was right for him. So when the opportunity presented itself to come up here to Parent University, we couldn't turn it down.
Living in a small area, everything's like limited, and coming here, you're like, oh, I'm not alone. I'm not the only one here. When Dr. Cage was opening up, I literally got tears in my eyes because I said, I'm not alone. I am not alone. Our struggles that we endure with our kids, we're not alone. There's other parents like us. So I appreciate this opportunity to network and meet other people, and we can support each other in this journey.
I think one key takeaway is that there are all kinds of resources that are out there for parents, and that by finding out what those resources are and taking advantage of those resources, parents are able to equip themselves to advocate for their children. So knowing those resources is a really critical first step.
What has worked really well is the bringing together of resources and the bringing together of the strength of the state of New Mexico and the strength of this Dr. Cage and her team and the strength of parents, because I think for a lot of parents, they're like, am I alone in this? And us here at the Office of Special Education want you to know you're not alone in this. When you enter into the disability community, you enter into a wealth of strength and a wealth of advocacy And so I'm really excited to see the culture of what Parent University has to offer and what our state has to offer our parents and our students.